Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our third season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 28 of 36, the Dover 400 at Dover International Speedway. The night race that is not even supposed to exist. In the last episode, we went to New Hampshire where I started on the pole but started losing ground rather quickly and tried to fight my way back to the lead with Jeff Gordon pretty much all race long. And I just really had to push that car pretty darn hard. I was sliding into turn 1 and 3 every time, just destroying the tires. Came down to a couple laps to go, and we're side by side, and then I destroyed the fuel cell off at turn 4 with like lap 29 or lap 28, something like that. So I wound up finishing 42nd instead. Whenever something like that happens, you know you're going to lose a lot of freaking ground in the points. So we were like 147 in front of Tony Stewart, and now it is just down to 50. So I lost like 100 of my points lead on him. And Jeff Gordon, he's not even in the top 5. He's in 6th in the points right now, so we just get some random drivers being dominant in races and up front and stuff. But yeah, little did I know that was going to be the last race with all those paint schemes that we had made for us this season. And the Coca-Cola sponsorship came to an end, and my best choice was Dodge Dealer's Dodge that Bill Elliott's not driving anymore. I didn't even realize that he wasn't racing this season. I guess I had forgotten about it. And yeah, I'm going to be using this as the primary paint scheme because the other ones, they're not that good. This is like the best choice. First I was just thinking of using it for the night race at Dover because it's got the black on it and everything, but in all reality, this really is the best paint scheme we have. Jeff Gordon, very pissed after all the contact we made, battling for the win. And then Christian Fittipaldi, yeah, his dumb lap car is getting way along with Ashton Lewis. We still got a few allies left from, you know, working at Daytona with Johnny Benson, Kevin Harvick, and I don't know what other race we worked with Kevin Harvick at, though. I can't remember that one. And Mike Murphy, yeah, he's going to be allies with us until he races again. These fantasy drivers, I hate the fact that they're even here. I wish they could just always have, you know, the Busch Series drivers come in with like part-time rides or something like that. Because, you know, it used to be like you could race a Busch Series car in the Cup Series as long as it was like set up right or some shit. But I don't know if that was back in 2003 though. But let's go to race weekend with our first time in this number 9 Evernham Dodge. Wow, I race for Abraham. I'm driving this 9 car. I'm the new Chase Elliott. This is amazing. But all of our equipment is pretty worn down from that New Hampshire race. Everything else is still in the shop after the New Hampshire race. And the car rating is 81, but the condition is down to 96 on these things. And I'm honestly surprised that it's not lower because I destroyed the whole back end of that thing. But I guess it makes sense. Now, our contract obligations are to start 5th or in the top 5, finish in the top 5, and then finish ahead of Tony Stewart. Now, I think we'll be able to finish in the top 5 in most races, but I don't know about qualifying there because qualifying can get very difficult. And then next season, I don't even plan to do qualifying. So I really need to do that now just so I can give myself some leverage for next season. Hopefully we can have this car for a long time, just the whole next season with this paint scheme. My setup going into qualifying is negative 0.5 turns of wedge and 20 PSI. Now, one thing I can say is that I'm going to use the other paint schemes, or at least like the test car and then the regular paint scheme. We'll use the Brickyard car whenever we go to the Brickyard. But really this has to be my primary one just because it's blatantly the best. Because it's got the red, but then it's got the black in the center with the white text and everything. So that was just a warm-up lap, see how this car is going to feel. 20 seconds. I don't know about qualifying top 5 here because already this is one of the toughest tracks whenever it comes to qualifying. Might have under-braked turn 1 right there. Try to be really aggressive into turn 3. Just a little off throttle time. Okay, I guess I would consider that a perfect corner. Okay, it's sliding off a little bit, but how's that? 21.67. 6th! So damn close. This car probably looks better at night than it would at daytime, so I mean, this is a good start to our 9 car part of the career. Green flag is out for our night race at Dover, and yeah, 40 laps. Already getting underneath Elliott Sadler, who's going to crowd me down to the bottom. Oh my gosh. Also, I get this fancy driver starting on the outside of the pole sitter, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Tony Stewart, what is your brain? Like, what the hell was that? Okay, get back down to the bottom. That just lost me a bunch of grip going into turn 3 because I was really flustered by the situation. Okay, let's try to get back around Jimmie Johnson. Even though this car is taking some damage in the last race, I'd still say it works pretty darn well. I've just got to have my head in the game. Okay, car, please stop driving like that. Oh my gosh. Way too sensitive on the steering. I'm trying to prepare myself to enter the corner, and then it starts wiggling around, and golly, it's uncomfortable. Well, we're in the top 5. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is driving away with this, and we got this fancy driver. Watch this fancy driver somehow manage to still finish in, like, the top 10 or something. At the same time, I kind of doubt that, so I don't know. I'm trying to pass him. Okay, we got the room. Just keep it to the bottom. Don't hit the apron at the wrong angle. Elliott Sadler's up here, too. I mean, you don't see him running in the top 5 that often in this game. And we got Mark Martin. He runs in the top 5 quite often. But Tony Stewart, what the fuck? That was weird. We came out the corner and, like, I don't know where he got that massive run, but he just drove it into me. Like, I didn't really move down and try to block him or anything. I don't know. Well, we got past Sadler. I got to track down Mark Martin. Oh, we're here. We have arrived. We have arrived, Mark Martin. It's a weird thing in this game, like the way they try to block you even though you're like 4 car lengths behind them, and it messes up their corner even more so you gain on them faster. Oh, this is a bad place for me trying to make a pass. Mark Martin, you're going to put yourself in the wall driving like that. I'm so out of control now because of you. Ay, ay, ay. There's just no room down there. It's very difficult to complete a pass at this track, at least cleanly. I don't know why I try passing even Mark Martin cleanly, because golly, at Dover, they make it impossible. I've got to close in all over again. Alright. Mark Martin, it's going to have to be no more Mr. Nice Guy, unless you give me the freaking room going to turn 3. Alright, okay. I guess that's how it's going to be. Chrome horn time, man. Freaking stupid shit. Just blocking for 2nd place. Every time I get there, he drives me like shit. Ugh. And pass is finally made. I would love to run into him, but in this game, if you run into somebody, it ruins your corner, not theirs. Well, we're at the halfway point, and I really hope that Dale Earnhardt Jr. doesn't pit this lap. And he's pitting. Well, we're going to pit on the same lap. We should be able to find ourselves gaining time on him as long as I don't speed in the pit road. Wow, that was clutch as all crap. Not repairing damage, and it wouldn't cost us time if we did, but forward tires, full tank of fuel. Not going to change the setup. It's really good. But golly, Mark Martin was slowing me down so much. Driving like Ryan Newman. Every freaking driver in this game drives like Ryan Newman. I said that like 2 videos ago, didn't I? But, yeah. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is just driving away with this darn race. And it's like I can gain on Mark Martin. Whenever I'm doing that, I'm gaining on Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well. But I get to Mark Martin, I try passing him, and then he does that stupid shit to me. I so badly just want to run him over, knock him into the outside wall or something. But you can't do that whenever they race you like this. We came out in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And how? Golly, this car is all over the place off the pit road. So, am I the race leader now, or did someone that was right behind us pit early, causing us to not be in the lead? But that's unique. I never would have expected that we actually come off pit road in front of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And I guess he must have had his pit stall be somewhere in the middle on pit road, causing it to be harder to get off. Okay, so after pit stops, I'm at 4th, which has to mean that all these guys pitted before us. We're going to have fresher tires in them. I mean, it does say Rusty Wallace, Ryan Newman's just ahead, and I think Bobby Labonte's in the lead yet again in this Let's Play. I think it is, what, 4th win of the season? I think that's what it would be. At one point he got 2 wins in a row, and then his first one was at Rockingham. Rusty Wallace is blocking me, just like every other fucking idiot in this damn game. This is not how you enter turn 1. Okay, we didn't make contact. You're slowing me down. You're allowing Dale Earnhardt Jr. to get the opportunity to pass me. Rusty Wallace, quit being a fucking bitch. I hate you. I hate everybody in this game. I hate them all. Ruining everything for me. Oh my gosh. Now I gotta be the blocking jackass whenever it comes to Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're closing in on Ryan Newman. Okay, it's Jimmie Johnson in the lead, not Bobby Labonte. Oh, I'm incorrect. Yeah, Jimmie Johnson, he was right behind me, and I can't really tell if he's faster than me or not, just because I don't know how much Mark Martin was truly slowing me down, but he was gaining on me. And he's all the way up there now. It's just weird. I don't know if he pitted before us or pitted on the same lap as us or what, but... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Of all the people to not block the crap out of me, this guy... Okay, EA Sports. It's in the game. Well, white flag is out. Jimmie Johnson crosses the start-finish line. Couldn't track him down. Even whenever I had the time to, you know, race on my own, not get bothered by lap cars nonstop like this, we weren't actually gaining on Jimmie Johnson. So his car was much faster than ours pretty much all day long, and we were holding him up in the first part of the race, trying to get past Mark Martin in the process, which was slowing us down. So I don't know how much faster than him at the time, but In the second half, he was just kicking our butt, and I doubt he was getting held up by lap cars. They only block you. Wow. That's like a whole second. That was like 10 lap span. At the end of the day, at least we finished in the top 5 like they were asking for us, and I wasn't going to be able to pass Jimmie Johnson whether there were lap cars or not. The lap cars were just there to be annoying pretty much. But we got that top 5, and we finished in front of Tony Stewart, which was also what was asked of us. We didn't start in the top 5, but we were really darn close to doing so. But I think as long as we're getting at least 2 of those tasks accomplished, the happiness will continue to go up, or at least it won't go down. But I really need to get that happiness to go up high enough throughout the remainder of this season, just so we can have ourselves a lot of leverage in our 4th season whenever I'm not even doing qualifying. Otherwise, we'll just be doing the 4th season with like a bunch of different cars, a bunch of different car numbers, and it won't even be up to me. Okay, standings. We gained a good bit on Tony Stewart. Yeah, he finished like back in 7th or something. Yeah, we gained 36 points on him. We went from 50 to 86. Jeff Gordon is now in 5th place. Mark Martin, 6th car driver, is in 6th place. It's weird because Mark Martin was driving like Ryan Newman, and Ryan Newman was driving like Mark Martin, because NASCAR Thunder 2004, EA Sports. It's my favorite video game of all time, but it sucks. Jimmie Johnson, after winning that race, was in 9th, and that was his first win of the season. He did win a race last season or the season before that. I honestly thought they'd won something at some point. I can't believe that's his first win of just like my entire Let's Play on this game, the career mode and everything. Wow, that's interesting. And it's at Dover. He's good at Dover, so that makes sense why he was so good out there. But Jeff Gordon rivalry goes down. It was at 70, now it's at 50, so it went down by 20%. Christian Fittipaldi's still got a little bit hanging around. The other guy's gone, Ashton Lewis, so he was in that race. I think he shows up at every race now, though, because, I mean, it used to be like he would only be in like half the races at the beginning of the career. Johnny Benson, Kevin Harvick, their alliance is going to disappear after the next race, which is at a super speedway, so I can't be so sure about that. We might be sharing draft with some drivers. I don't know who they're going to be, but we're going to try that same strategy as always. You know, we're going to qualify, no pit strategy, just try to go out there and win it by sharing draft and working with drivers. And as long as we're getting a top 5, if we don't win, that's okay. But I also want to see if I can qualify top 5 at Talladega. Hopefully we have the speed for that by now. We're going to have all fresh equipment whenever we go there, so I think we've got a good chance of it. Let's take a look at it. First of all, shop editions. 10 races left until the engine shop expansion comes in. Oof, we're going to need that for stuff like Daytona and Talladega. I guess tracks like Michigan too, because I've been really wanting to try winning at tracks like Michigan and California. We haven't been able to do it. And really anywhere, really, we just need acceleration, horsepower. Well, we got 7 races left until this is done being built, so I guess we can just overhaul this. We got $4.1 million in the bank. This will give us 1% more tire grip, so I guess it's worth it. $878,000. See, it's starting becoming larger portions of my account because we lost so much money getting that engine shop expansion, but that expansion is going to be really worth it in the end, and you know it. Engines. Got 1 race left until this is done being built, so I don't need this anymore. Okay, so we'll sell that for $289,000, and this is the same ratings that if I were to overhaul that one, it would have come back to. At least I think that's what it was previously, something like that. So there's really no reason to keep 2 of them. They're both the same thing. And this one's going to be better, isn't it? Yeah, 85 power, 76 efficiency. So that's what we're using the next race. And then we've got this right here. Yeah, we're going to overhaul this because I'm not building any new bodies until we get another body upgrade, because right now if I were to build something, it wouldn't be any better than what we already have. So I can just keep on repairing, because even overhauls won't do anything. I need to try getting some new crew members and see if that helps. 2 races, $390,000. We did just get a new sponsor, and usually whenever you do that, you can upgrade some of your members a little bit. And I think I might go for like the equipment, the builders and stuff like that, rather than just like the pit crew, because the pit crew is really good. We beat Dale R. Jr. off pit road. He was like 3 seconds in front of us before we took our pit stop. Jimmie Johnson, I don't know if he had a 3-second faster pit stop than us, or he took a pit stop like a whole 2 laps before us or something. I don't know what happened, but damn, he was like 2.5 seconds out ahead of us. And then sponsorship. Happiness is at 60, and this is the only one we have to look at now because it's a package sponsored primary. I don't know if it was at 58 before we went to that race or what. Maybe it was already on 60, but if getting 2 out of 3 on these sponsorship expectations keeps it right there, then that's good. I really need to get all 3 of them done in a race just so I can get it up as high as possible. At least it didn't start like 52 like it does at other sponsorships I've gotten. That sucks, because it's like I lose them immediately if I don't manage to meet the expectations. But we're going to use this paint scheme again for Talladega. I don't know when I'm going to decide to use the regular red car that Bill Elliott drove. But see you next time. That's that. And episode over.